Martha Michaels.
Is that your notebook, ma'am?
Actually, it's actually in kind of in the way, so
Okay.
you could lay it down, but yeah.
All right, just to show you everything we try to do in
Okay, thank you.
My name is Martha Michaels. I too am a homeowner in Sabino Town and Country Estates. Most roadways in Pima County, arterial roads as well as residential streets, are in horrible condition. This is an issue on which we can all agree. Yet all residents of Pima County want roads and streets in good condition to improve their safety. They want their neighborhoods to have a well-maintained appearance for their own daily use, and to protect or even to increase their property values. For media or public officials to fault residents and single them out for criticism for these expectations is totally inappropriate. Some of the extraneous misinformation around our neighborhoods seeking funding for road repaving seems to fault the homeowners. Is that reasonable? It has even been suggested to us that our neighborhood pay for repaving ourselves. We have already paid. As county citizens, we all pay gas tax, vehicle license tax, sales tax, utility tax, property tax, and more. It is difficult for us as ordinary citizens to track the money we pay in vehicle license taxes and gas taxes at the pump. We cannot see the results of all the taxes that we pay going into road maintenance into our neighborhoods. We recognize that road preservation funds must be prioritized. We accept that emergency road conditions and repairing arterial roads are important to address. However, my neighborhood streets need to be repaved. In December of 2013, our neighborhood was approved for repaving for spring 2014. These funds were then transferred to District 4 on February 19, 2014. 5 days later, Arizona Star reporter Joe Ferguson reported on these events which affected change in the 2013-14 budget. The last paragraph of that article reads, "There is some good news for District 1 residents. County Administrator Chuck Huckleberry said the road projects proposed by the staff would be part of the budget for the next fiscal year. That is this one. However, today's memorandum on which you're asked to vote now specifically recommends that our neighborhood be excluded from road preservation. The estimated average daily traffic numbers used to support these are not accurate, as they do not reflect the fact that our neighborhood to the east uses us at the thruway. Our neighborhood residents have been more than patient with these many years of delay. We respectfully request that the repaving of our neighborhood roads occur this fiscal year. We need $190,000. We ask that you all use your considerable power, resources, and skills to compromise and collaborate to find us a solution. We would like to take some good news home to our neighborhood. Thank you for listening today and for your informed consideration. Now is the time for you to honor your previous commitments to us. Thank you."
Nancy
Madam Chair?
Miller, Supervisor, please.
Mr. Huckleberry, you want to explain your comments in the paper and what you meant by them a year ago? Don't remember?
Comments? Wow. He makes lots of comments.
Well, that's what I mean, so if you have some idea what you were talking about then.
Well, perhaps we can ask Joe Ferguson.
That's a leading question.
The Madam Chair, members of the board, I think that, this particular discussion, we've had this discussion on local roads and local road funding for probably 4 or 5 years now, every year. In these last 2 years, the board has appropriated funds for transportation from the general fund. And so that's the only source of revenue that's available to make significant, what we call pavement preservation efforts. And what we have always concentrated on, at least the Department of Transportation has, and I agree with them, is preserving the roadways that carry the most traffic. That means the arterial or collector highway system that carries traffic in the thousands of vehicles per day, not the 100 or less than 100, or even maybe it's 200 to 300. So I think that's the basis of the recommendation that I've made. in another agenda item which relates to the distribution and use of the $5 million appropriated by the board for pavement preservation from the general fund this year. I think that, one of the facts of life we're going to have to get used to is that there simply is not enough money for transportation funding. And the best and most equitable funding for transportation is a user fee. And a user fee relates to either gas tax or some type of vehicle mile tax. And until we reach that conclusion, unfortunately, I think the state of our local residential streets are going to stay in the situation they're in today.
Thank you.